Hello, I am Super Orange Cat, and today I'm going to bring to you the partial ratings for Toonami from Saturday, September 7th, 2019. We have this weird thing where usually by now we would have at least the information out for what the ratings for every single Toonami show are. However, the only ratings that have come through to this point are those of premieres, or at least of what the Nielsen company considers premiere shows. So, as a note, this isn't a complete exhaustive list of all the shows. However, I think you could put some pieces together with the shows we do have about what was generally what happened on that night. So let's start with literally the top of the block here with Dragon Ball Super getting a 0.38 this week. Genlock got a 0.25. Dr. Stone pulled in a 0.21. Fire Force pulling in a 0.19. And then the next Adult Swim show is Food Wars at a 0.17. Then you have Boruto pulling in at a 0.14 this week. And then after that, you have Gundam at a 0.12. Let's see, are there any others I'm missing here? Oh yeah, Loop on the Third Part 5 at a 0.11. And I believe that is it for what they consider premieres. So some notable shows. You might notice this wasn't every show in the blog. For example, My Hero Academia didn't come up here. Naruto Shippuden didn't come up here. Black Clover doesn't come up here. And that's because Nielsen doesn't consider them to be premieres. Which, at least in My Hero Academia, definitely is the case since these episodes have already aired on Toonami. But let me just try to draw a bit of a picture with the ratings we do have so far. Dragon Ball Super, great night at a 0.38, great number to have. No, we are getting in the final stretch of the show here. I believe there's only 3 more episodes left of Dragon Ball Super. And I am fully anticipating it to keep at least high 0.3s. Maybe we get a 0.4. However, this will be a bit difficult because we are starting college football season, and historically, college football does have an effect on Toonami's ratings. Even for example, here you have 3 different college football games actually that day rated higher than Dragon Ball Super, and the one concurrent to that got a 0.64, so nearly double the ratings of Dragon Ball Super. Maybe that prevented it from getting to a 0.4, but I digress. Genlock getting back up there, mid 0.2s again, 0.25. This is the second time it's hit that rating. Very good number. I'll say decent enough retention from Dragon Ball Super. Genlock, I believe, has got to be in the home stretch. It's only an 8-week show, and we have to be at least in the second half of it. I don't remember what episode aired last week, but we're getting towards the end, too. Dr. Stone, I'll say holding in pretty well at midnight. The general, I consider, guideline usually for what ends up being a good or bad Toonami night is if the midnight show can get to that 0.2 level. Because generally that shows, like, if it's under 0.2, usually the bottom of the block just drops off. If it stays above that, bottom of the block can at least maintain a decent number. And Dr. Stone, 0.21 this week. Great ratings. Very well received on Toonami. One good thing to see. And then Fire Force at a 0.19. Decent retention, only dropping 200s from Dr. Stone. But at the same time, I mean, it's kind of losing out the war of the 2 hot new shows summer 2019. Dr. Stone and Fire Force probably be two of the 3 most talked about new anime of this summer. The other one being Demon Slayer, which we're going to get in the block soon, and I still believe will be Dragon Ball Super's replacement to the block. And other things here. Food Wars, I was talking a lot of good stuff about it a few weeks ago when it was really building in ratings and getting to that 0.2 level. It's dropping a bit. It's staying at a 0.17 this week, which I guess is not horrible for 1 a.m., but at the same time, it's shown it can do better than this. And I believe we're heading towards the end of the first season, and it's not going to leave the block when it ends the first season. I believe we're going to have it air through season 4, which I believe is currently in the process of airing in Japan subbed right now. So by the time we get to that here in America on Toonami, it will probably be dubbed as well. So we have Food Wars for a while, and I'm anticipating in the long run it's going to get more and more pushed back to the block, kind of like the Hunter x Hunter treatment, right? Have a long runner, start kind of early in the block, and then slowly but surely get pushed all the way back to the end. I'm fully anticipating that being one of the stories we have on Toonami going into 2020. And then the next new show we have is Boruto to 0.14. 1 hour, you get it from a 0.17 to 0.14. Again, we don't have Black Clover's numbers, so I can't tell you what Boruto did relative to Black Clover. However, I'll say 0.14 at 2 a.m. isn't bad at all. At the same time, it's done better even at 2 a.m. It's gotten near 0.2 before at 2 a.m., and not really much to say. And also, we don't have Shippuden's numbers, so we don't know how Boruto did relative to his dad. And again, that. And then you have Gundam, ranking 49th on Cable of the Night at a 0.12. I mean, it's 3 a.m. Isn't that bad to get. And then like you have at 3:30 right afterwards, you have Loop on the third pulling a 0.11, which I kind of hate to see because of the episodes I saw last night. It was the best of the night, in my opinion. With oh man, I like Ami as a character and having her come back and have this interesting thing with the diamond, the blood diamond that Lupin, Fujiko's going for, and Ami kind of making a new friend with the princess of Matter. I kind of forgot the kingdom that she's the princess of. I found it pretty interesting. And it really feels a good old fashioned Lupin romp where it's just all these different characters. They have the same motivation, have it all the plot lines kind of come together at the end, which is something Lupin has always done well and did well again in this episode. However, it's a two-parter. Second part will come next Saturday night at 3:30. I'm looking forward to it. And really, that's all I can to say for this week. I will post maybe a little follow-up when we get the ratings for the other shows on the block. But again, this was quick. I wanted to get this out by tonight, and I'm tired of waiting for all the actual details to come out. So take it as it is right now. Do you want more Toonami ratings? Please like, please subscribe, and hit that notification button. I appreciate your support. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.